the NBA. The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, 2K Sports fans. We've got the Dallas Mavericks against the Houston Rockets at Toyota Center. Taking a look at the Rockets, staggered after a resounding Game 2 loss, they'll try to regain their confidence and reclaim some momentum here in this vital Game 3.
The sun setting over the busy metropolis of Houston, Texas. And that's where we're coming to you from tonight. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Doncic and Porzingis, the incredible forward pair. Hardaway is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Marjanovic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Rockets, Tucker and Capella are up front. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's Green in at the 3 slot. Tip-off goes to Houston. And at one point, seems like ISO basketball was falling out of favor, Bill, but the Rockets have made a cornerstone of their success, that very thing.
True. For the regular season. And
right,
for the
and then it
early
changes,
rounds.
doesn't it? Right?
Yeah, I do wonder if it's like the run and shoot with football, where it's this.
You don't trust it, maybe? You don't trust it?
Yeah, it's for the regular season. You're playing a team once. They don't have time to scout it for a bunch of weeks. But, you know, when you get to the playoffs and you're playing the same team 7 times.
Scouting gets better.
Yeah, and players, you just played it 2 nights ago. You did play it against the same offense. You pick up little tricks. And I really wonder if you can win 4 straight rounds doing it.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, earlier I spoke with Mike D'Antoni. He was frustrated with some of the mistakes his team made in the first 2 games. But he doesn't want his guys to get down on themselves. He told them, we're at home tonight. This is a fresh start. This is an opportunity to show everyone what we're really made of. So, Kevin, they have to start working hard right now to make this a series.
Okay, David, thanks. Here's Westbrook. The Rockets perpetually knocking on the door. At what point, though, Bill, do you think their window will close?
I think that point happened in May of 2019. I think they had 2 years to win the title where everything was lined up for them. 2018, they're up 3-2 against the Warriors. The Warriors are tired. They seem like they're fading. They can't close. I think the key for them is the difference between being a regular season team and a playoff team. They're a great regular season team, but the playoffs every year become more and more complicated, smarter, more. You got to come up with a plan C, a plan D, a plan E as the series goes along. And their plan A is kind of what they ride with. They get tight, the crowd gets tight, things slow down. What's your plan B? And they haven't been able to figure that out.
Nice shot by Porzingis.
And this is how you want to start the ball game. 4 for 4 from the field. Seems like they're right on point and can't miss.
Here's Westbrook. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
Man, I tell you what, one of the things I love about Westbrook is the ferocity with which he attacks the rack. When he's driving inside, he's trying to punish the defender and the basket.
Here's Doncic. It's rebounded by Houston.
4 or 5 to start the game. That's their first miss.
Harden surveying the D. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber comes in for Marjanovic. And Barea subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Bill, it's no secret that your heart lies in Boston. Just what was it like growing up in and around that?
Well, it's definitely the reason I like sports as much as I do, because it's so sports obsessed. A lot of it is cold weather stuff, I feel like, where there's 5 months a year that just stink, and then there's 3 other months that, you know, it's just smoking hot and humid. And so the sports makes everybody kind of crazy because you're crazy anyway. But there's nothing like being in Boston when something good's happening, like Celtics making an NBA playoff run, or the Bruins making a cup run, or the Red Sox in September when the Yankees are coming to town, or the Saturday before a Patriots game. You can kind of feel it as the community of it. That's the difference between here and a place like LA.
It's formed you as a professional, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah. Here's the floater. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul called on the Dallas Mavericks.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Clint Capella. And it's Rivers in for James Harden. Powell, he's checked in for Dallas.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
And you look at Austin Rivers coming to Houston. Looks like he's revived his career, or at least found a role for what he might be able to extend here a couple years in the league.
Yeah, revived, I think, is the right word, because his career was dead.
He was cut from Phoenix.
Yeah,
he was traded by Washington.
Bounced it around.
Yeah, right.
I mean, he was headed toward a universe where you're like going to China, and the Rockets just needed bodies. But I think the thing with him, he's got the pedigree, he's a blue chipper. Once upon a time, the top high school player.
Yes, he was.
And he's also been in big games, which I think a lot of front offices overlook. He was on the Clippers. He drove Clipper fans crazy, but he also was in a lot of playoff games.
He had a career year with the Clippers.
Yeah,
his last year.
A lot of high-intensity games, and he can defend and switch on defense, and he's not afraid to shoot. So as a bench guy, he's about as good as you're going to do.
Powell playing with a lot of confidence because he knows he has the trust of his teammates. They've got confidence in him to take these shots.
Floats one up. Rivers can't get it to go. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Well, let's see how they play the clock.
And Finney Smith gets it to go.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Outside, House. The Rockets with another miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Count it.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Berea against Westbrook. It's Rivers on the wing. No good off the back of the rim. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been very effective in locking down Russell Westbrook. And now a chance to hear shooting guard Eric Gordon talk about their key to winning.
It's all about not making mistakes.
And Greg, nowadays it's all about pushing the pace.
And it's an offensive-oriented league now. When you execute and really look to attack, it puts the opposition on their heels.
And we're back with you, all set to bring you more action from Game 3. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Curry. Also, DeLon Wright is out there. And it's Brokoff in at the small forward. You'll name a couple past superstars that didn't always get enough credit for being as dominant as they were.
Moses Malone would be my #1 pick. Probably the best player in the league for 5 years. Dominant in '83, they won the title in Philly. Really gave Kareem a lot of problems and was just awesome and has now just been swept under the rug. Nobody even really remembers. So I would go with him first.
Ever.
Never. Well, it was part of the problem. They were tape delaying games back then, and we didn't have League Pass. We didn't have a lot of that stuff. I think he was really underrated, and you kind of never know who's going to endure and who's not going to endure, which is one of the reasons I wrote my book.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Chandler. P.J. Tucker comes in for Danuel House. And it's James Harden in for Gordon.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Makes it off the glass. Porzingis has got 8 points. Bill, if you were just hired as a GM, which franchise would you model your approach after?
I really like what the Clippers did the last couple years when they realized they didn't have quite enough to win the title. And instead of just being beholden to being darn close but not quite, they actually blew it up and tried to figure out how to create cap space, find some young players,
and still stay competitive.
Build the nucleus.
They kept the momentum of their franchise.
Yeah, they stumbled into a situation where they had a lot of flexibility no matter what. I think the Celtics before them did the same thing in the mid-2000s. They're just trying to find assets and figure it out on the fly. That's the approach I would use. I would never fully commit one way or the other to anything. The goal is to try to accumulate assets and figure out what you have. And I think the smartest teams do that.
Green, he's checked in for McLemore. The pass to Harden. Teardrop shot. Porzingis with the block.
Boy, Porzingis doing a nice job staying in position and then using his reach to block shots.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Bill, you look at the awards given out by the league. Most have been around for a while. But is there any award that you'd like to add? Something that's not being touched on in terms of high performance and success?
I think that there should be a playoff MVP. I made this case in my book.
That's a great idea.
There's always a best guy in every postseason, and I would like to see who that would be. And it's pretty easy to go backwards and figure out who it was. I did that. Just go backwards and have all the backstory of who it should have been, but then going forward, now here are the ones we're adding. I would like to see that. I would also like to see a best bench celebration award because certain teams just have these guys. They're good at pointing. They're good at fist pumping. First guy during the timeout running over.
Chest bumps.
They have handshakes.
All of it, yeah.
They're waiting at the scorer's table before the game to do the special handshake with each guy. I feel like that guy deserves some shine. Last year, DeAndre Jordan, I think, was one of the first guys I remember who was just great at this before he started playing. Late 2000s Clips. I was like, man, this guy's really, he's not playing, but he's really figuring out how to affect the game.
Good. I like that. The three from Harden. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Well, Bill, yet another engaging conversation. Thanks for stopping by. We always appreciate your time.
Yeah, next time let's talk about the hard salary cap. I think the people really love that one. Yeah, I have some ideas.
You would make it interesting.
I have some luxury tax ideas. Yeah, we'll get super technical.
I would be here for that. Okay. And Clark, you know what? Bill will always give you a great point of view.
And you know what? I think he needs his own barbershop talk show, Kevin. I mean, he's done everything else in media. Go barbershop on him, Bill.
Houston making a switch here. Westbrook's checked in. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Lee comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr.
A rare rejection that time from Tucker, using that long reach, though, and times it perfectly.
Rockets trail by 21. Harden up top, covered by Lee. Harden gets the bucket. Harden's got his second bucket.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And Doncic gets it to go.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
There's 18 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Now Harden. 5 to shoot. Fires for 3. Here's Capella. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Luka Doncic.
Man, it's nice to see Capella get that deep position inside, and then he's able to draw the foul as he forces the defense to whack him.
Both good from the line that time. Isaiah, that's a two-pointer. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. The Mavericks on top, up 19.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Western Conference Final. And guys, for the Mavericks, we're only 2.5 games into this series, but it's already looking like they've booked their place in the... And now with the second half about to get up.
We're back at the Western Conference Final. Happy to have you with us here on 2K Sports. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Tucker and Capella are up front. And it's Green in at the three, the small forward. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Both free throws good from Doncic.
There's an awful lot to like about Doncic, but probably what jumps out at me most is how competitive he is. I mean, he wants to dominate whoever's guarding.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And on the screen now is the 2K leaderboard with a rundown of this postseason's assist leaders. Fourth, Russell Westbrook.
And it seems like he's taking it on his shoulders to get every one of his teammates involved in the offense here in the postseason. What a passing display.
He doesn't get the second one. Mavericks leading by 20. To the inside, here's Brunson. The shot missing. Harden with the defensive effort. And for Houston, they're shooting just 28%. They're offensively out of whack and out of step with each other at this point. And Green gets it to go.
Well, he is a volume three-point shooter, and when you look at Green, he's dangerous from that three-point line.
Took him no time at all on that one. And 12 points for Luka Doncic.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Westbrook passes to Green. He can't get that one. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Here's Porzingis. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
Boy, Porzingis is a very impressive all-around scorer, and every year it seems as though he's taking on more of the offensive load.
Outside, Green. To the middle. Kicks it out to Harden. Houston moving it around. Green, no luck. Mavericks leading by 21. Doncic outside. And the dunk by Doncic.
But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Here's Westbrook. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Here's Brunson. The Rockets pull it in. Stolen by Brunson. Passes to Doncic.
Boy, I tell you what, Doncic plays with really good energy and awareness, but also he's got a quiet physicality to him, and he doesn't mind being bumped around when he's trying to score.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. For the Rockets, Daniel House has checked in for P.J. Tucker. McLemore has come in for Green, and it's Austin Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Dallas also making some changes. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Marjanovic. Wright comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Seth Curry in for Jalen Brunson. And now here comes Wright leading the break. And that one is good.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
You know, they've been the more up-tempo team, clearly. It's helped them gain the advantage in this one.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Chandler comes in for Clint Capella. And Eric Gordon subbed in for James Harden. Rivers kicks to House. Back to Rivers. Will it go? And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Rivers passes to McLemore. Another miss by Houston.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Count that bucket. 20 points for Luka Doncic.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Rockets have gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. House the pass to Rivers. House dishes to Chandler. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Rivers. Another miss by Houston.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. And Porzingis, here we go. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, Porzingis showing you persistence there, just doing a nice job staying with it and finding a way to capitalize.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Ryan Brokoff comes in for Wright, and Barea subbed in for Curry. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Mavericks making a change here. Powell's checked in. 58 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Chandler kicks to McLemore. The Rockets with another miss. For Dallas, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Fast break, here they come. And here they go. Jumps up, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Ben McLemore.
Doncic, because he's so skilled and so savvy, he does a nice job forcing the defense into tough spots when they're guarding him.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for the Rockets. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Houston. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Gordon, the pass to Westbrook. They could use a bucket. He takes it up and lays it in. Westbrook's got 7.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
From deep. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. He's up to 26 points in the game now, just keeps pouring. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. They've got Dwight Powell. J.J. Barea is out there with Lee. And it's Brokoff in at the small forward position.
Like seeing Powell flex his muscle on the defensive end. Really good at timing his jump to block the shots.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Here's Kleber. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Dallas.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shot.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
And Chandler sends it back.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots.
And how high can you fly? I mean, he finishes that one with some pop.
GA after getting loose in the lane with a scintillating move.
Well, I tell you what, he deserves to do some collar popping after that sequence.
Westbrook drives in and finished off by Westbrook.
Man, you got to admire how easily Westbrook takes over games. I mean, an offensive juggernaut who is tenacious when it comes to scoring.
Lee with the ball. Westbrook picks him up, and that one drops for him.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Rockets have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. An easy 2 points on the layup. Westbrook's got 8 points in the quarter.
And, you know, Westbrook is fearless. Likes getting deep inside and finishing around the rim and plays in attack mode all the time.
Correa, no good.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too. A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Frozen. The guy is just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
But they get it back. Westbrook, no good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
You can't forget about Lee's athleticism. This guy is a slasher, and he knows when to pick and choose his spots to probe the defense.
Westbrook passes to McLemore. Westbrook against Barea. Kleba with the rebound. Kleba's got his 4th rebound in this one. Barea dishes to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
And, you know, this is what Powell does best. Establishes himself deep inside and jams it home.
Here's Clark. Outside Westbrook. Shoots. Just 4 to shoot. Houston gets it back. Pass to House. From downtown. Knocks down the 3 ball.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And now we can start talking about Game 4. What a magnificent effort and really a significant victory for the Mavericks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Luka Doncic.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. For the Rockets, Hartenstein, he's checked in for Chandler. Deontay Davis comes in for Danuel House. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleba. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Ryan Brokoff. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Lee. And it's DeLon Wright in for J.J. Barea. Wright finds Hardaway. Dallas moving it around. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Plays it up off the glass.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Here's Rivers, a beautiful reverse layup.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Marjanovic kicks to Powell. Over Davis. Again, the Mavericks score.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
And they pick up 2.
Oh, how sluggish was that defense?
There's 14 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Wright. That one, no good. Great tee that time from Davis. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. You have to think at this point, up 3-zip, it's only a matter of time now, Greg, until this series is in the books.
This victory all but seals the deal. As strong as they look throughout this game and this series, I'll be shocked if they don't close it out in Game 4.
Hey, y'all living in luxury. Where I'm from, you would think